Bitcoin is compressing once again here, and on today's update video I'm gonna be talking about the most important compression period in the market right now here. I will be discussing the most important news that hit the market yesterday after the very important crypto White House summit. I'm gonna give a brief overview about what happened, what were the most important things that were said yesterday, and of course I'm gonna be doing a further deep dive in towards Bitcoin, and of course the expectations about what we're likely gonna be seeing for the market, for of course the ETFs, and of course for the bigger perspective. So without any further ado, today's video will be once again a very important video to watch. So don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1000 likes. It will be highly appreciated, and let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, once I woke up this morning, we got some news out of China that they're announcing a 100% tariff on selected Canadian imports. So basically this is a very bad thing here, because this is causing a global trade war. So that is of course ultimately a little bit of a more bearish reaction that we got on the chart due to this. Then also yesterday we had the crypto White House summit where Donald Trump spoke, and Senator Loomis has stated that she wants to pass a Bitcoin Act to buy 1 million Bitcoin worth over about $1 trillion out there. And yeah, yesterday I also live streamed this event here. We basically didn't got a lot of unexpected things here, but basically what we're right now waiting for is for the Senate to create some very important rules and to come up with a plan on how to exactly make the strategic reserve, how they're going to be auditing it, and of course how they will be accumulating these Bitcoins. And this all will be getting released in the upcoming 30 to 90 days here. So a lot of interesting things have happened. And also he stated yesterday in his speech that he will be making America the Bitcoin superpower of the world here. So America is right now pro crypto, and that is ultimately a very great thing here. Then also Michael Saylor stated yesterday that he thinks the US Bitcoin reserve could generate over $16 to $81 trillion worth of wealth by 2045 here, which is of course absolutely insane here. I mean, this is an insane target, but I do really think it's a realistic one as well to be coming here. And Donald Trump also stated that he and his administration are going to be exploring ways on how to be buying more Bitcoin than they already currently own here. But of course, like I said earlier, this could still take maybe 90 days or potentially even longer if they do not find a good way on how to do it. But Trump has also stated in his speech, in his press conference, that he has got a very great team currently working very actively to make this thing come true here. So I am very excited, and I do believe this is going to be happening, but ultimately it will still cost us a little bit of time here. And also Trump has stated that the US will never sell any of its Bitcoin. So yeah, ultimately a very great development which we're getting from the United States of America. But whenever this happened, Trump said never sell your Bitcoin, and everyone is still apparently selling here. I mean, Bitcoin didn't sell all too much of a dump here. Ultimately, I was expecting some more volatility here, but the volatility really didn't came also heavily. Now it is once again weekend, and we did create another CME gap this weekend around 86,781 here. So we're once again expecting to see here, whenever we see volatility towards the upside or downside over the course of this weekend, to ultimately still fill up the gap here, because this is what happens 99% of all the weekends. Then the last thing, of course, these things he already stated previously around as well here, but he wants the Bitcoin reserve to become the digital Fort Knox here. So very bullish and very excited for, of course, all the developments that are going to come here. But you have to understand these developments will probably take some time here. And in the upcoming 60 to potentially 90 days here, we're going to get more clarity on the exact strategy of the United States here, on how they're going to be accumulating Bitcoin, and how much it exactly is going to be as well here. So yeah, at the meantime, Bitcoin is still in this major compression phase here. I mean, we're seeing a downward sloping trend line on the top side, an upper sloping trend on the lower side, and ultimately with right now all the big news out of the way here, what we're going to be looking at right now here is this consolidation phase on Bitcoin. And if we do see the next breakdown here, I ultimately do think we're going to be going lower. And of course, if we do see the break above the top side, I ultimately do think we're going to be moving back towards the new all-time highs here. So yeah, this is really the consolidation phase. I am closely monitoring right now here. In the meantime, we can still see the dollar index fall here, and historically it has got a very positive correlation with Bitcoin. Also, we're seeing that on the liquidation heat map that the majority of the liquidity is building up above us around 96 to 97,000 US dollars. If we are ultimately going to go towards that level, it would squeeze out all those short positions on Bitcoin. And on the daily time frame, we are creating very strong big wick candles on the lower side, which is also showing and indicating a lot of strength from the buyer side here, and that people are exhausted with this most recent corrections every single time here. So Bitcoin is slowly creeping up here after it took the elevator down here, but of course that is a very healthy and normal structure to be seen in such kind of markets. And if we potentially do break the upper support line, then most likely we're going to be moving back all the way down to $78,000. So interesting to see. I'm going to keep my eyes wide open on this chart here. And yeah, yesterday again, we saw another major outflow coming in on the spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF here. The Bitcoin ETF seeing about $400 million worth of outflows, which is quite unfortunate to be seeing here. Once again, the ETFs are definitely capitulating. They are really selling off their Bitcoin quite aggressively, but historically, whenever they are selling quite aggressively, it usually tends to be marking the bottom. So there is somewhat of a capitulation going on around these ETFs, around these issuers. A lot of their clients are apparently selling off their Bitcoin. Well, we are getting quite bullish news out there. So does this mean something in the bigger perspective that the smart money is selling their Bitcoin? Let's wait and see here. But honestly, it is quite a bearish thing here. Then at the meantime, my profits on my trading bots here are still actually doing quite good here. I mean, my Bitcoin strategy is about 10% up here, and my Ethereum strategy is about break even here. But ultimately, if Ethereum does move down here, it allows me to accumulate more Ethereum against a better valuation. So yeah, I think all in all, my trading strategies are just doing perfectly. If you want to be copying my strategies, you can currently do so by using the highest link right now in today's video description. You can copy my trading bot, and you can of course sign up an account to Pionex yourself to maybe create an own trading bot here. And if you right now do so using the highest link description of today's video, guys, you will get an insane free $100 by depositing only $100. And if you sign up an account using the link below, complete KYC2 here, you will also just get a free $20 as well here. So make sure to check it out and claim some free deposit bonuses in the link description of today's video. Further on, we're still seeing that Bitcoin is going actually quite still exponential. We're seeing it on multiple charts. We're seeing on multiple ways how we're approaching it, and the global M2 money supply is also creeping up very, very quickly. And of course, we're seeing more and more countries starting to print a lot of money, with of course China including of them. And ultimately, if there's going to be more money supply worldwide, it is going to be great for assets, and of course, especially for Bitcoin. And just like the ETF news here, remember, whenever we got the acceptance of the ETF here, Bitcoin didn't really know how to price it in here. I mean, we got a slight little pump here, and actually then we dumped all the way down here to $38,000. People thought, oh, it is going to be over. The ETFs are a bad thing here. But then actually we saw the real effect it had here. And yeah, it really was very exciting to see such kind of a fake out. Probably we're getting something similar with the strategic Bitcoin reserve here. But I guess I do really believe that a lot of people don't really understand how big this news actually is here. So I'm super excited for what is about to be happening next year. But it is likely that we're going to create a very similar move here. And of course, I am following the smart money here, and Trump, he has been accumulating a lot of Ethereum. It looks quite undervalued. So I currently have huge positions running on Ethereum, and I do really believe it's a great accumulation zone. So ultimately, I am still loading up on my positions on ETH. Excited for where it is going to be going towards here, but ultimately, I do think we are going to be in for a very big reversal on the Ethereum pair here. I mean, if it does come a little bit lower, I will keep on accumulating more here. This is an interesting range for me here. I do believe the bottom is probably getting found right here. We're creating a bullish divergence as well over here. And yeah, ultimately, this is a range where I am very much interested in it. I mean, it's the lowest point it's been in like 2+ years here. So yeah, definitely a zone of interest for me here. And then I just got some breaking news as well, is that Utah just became the first state to pass a strategic Bitcoin reserve here. So while all the things are happening in the background with a nationwide reserve, also states in the United States of America are creating their own reserves for Bitcoin. So really the adoption of Bitcoin is mind-blowing. It is massive. So anyways, this was it for me on today's update video. If you did enjoy it, if you did like the video, don't forget to slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we'll see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.